Hi everyone, my name is Dee. I am Katie Creole on YouTube and on Instagram, and I basically make videos about sewing. I just want to say a massive thank you if you've subscribed to my channel since my last video. Welcome to my little channel. I basically talk about my sewing plans, what I've been making, and yeah, just a little chat about sewing in general. I also show fabrics or patterns that I might buy here and then. I might, that I do buy here and then. And yeah, I just want to say a big thank you. And of course, welcome back if you are one of my subscribers since my very first video, which was a couple of months ago, which is insane. Honestly, I've really enjoyed this little journey on YouTube. It's been incredible. And yeah, I just want to say again a massive thank you. So in this video, I'm going to talk about my latest makes. So I have sewn 3 summer dresses, which I really want to show you. I'm wearing one of them. And I've also been to my local market. So I know I've mentioned my local market in a few videos before, and I lost it. Actually, it wasn't too bad. I think I've got 4 or 5 fabrics. Not too bad, actually. That wasn't bad at all. But yeah, I'm going to show you that in a minute so you can see what I can get from my local market. And that might also inspire you to have a look around because you might have a market and you might have never thought that there might be someone selling fabrics. And very often these are dead stock fabrics. So you get the lovely print you can see in Zara, H&M and all that. So definitely worth having a look. So the first make I would like to talk about is what I'm wearing. So this is the Blossom Dress by Fibre Mood, and it is my second version of this lovely pattern. So for those of you who don't know Fibre Mood, and I'm sure you do, there are quite a big, sorry, I think I touched the mic. I'm terrible with my mic. I really apologise. I keep on touching it. So annoying. Anyway, so yeah, Fibre Mood is a very big pattern company. They have magazine, they have a website, and I used to be subscribed to their magazine actually, which I did like, but I've decided not to anymore because I do find that a lot of the patterns are very similar and I just have too many patterns, so I decided to stop. It was lovely to have that every month in the post though. So for the Blossom Dress, the fabrics they recommend are basically double gauze, linen, voile cotton, poplin, seersucker, chambray, etc. So really any woven fabric would work, and then it'll give you a different, what's the word? I can't find the word. You know exactly what I mean. With the double gauze, it's a lot more drapey, whereas this fabric, so this cotton fabric, gives it a lot more structure. So yeah, depending on what fabric you use, and depending on the drape, on how much drape the fabric has, you'll have a dress that will not look the same. And I think that's just amazing. I love that about choosing a different fabric for the same pattern. It just feels like it's a different dress almost. So yeah, so these are the fabrics that I recommend. I'm going to show you pictures of the from the website. So I'm just going to move around a little bit. So the Fibre Mood website, you have sometimes tutorials for some of their patterns that will be relevant for the next make actually. This one is pretty simple. It is a 2 out of 5 stars, and actually I think that's definitely accessible for a confident beginner. I do agree with them. So hopefully I've shown you pictures of the dress. It has a deep V décolleté. Oh, they said the French word. In French is décolleté. So it has a deep V décolleté with a bow, which gives this dress a seductive edge, and the ruffled skirt creates a nice breezy effect. So sorry, I'm looking down. I'm looking at my phone basically. I'm looking at the website. So you determine the length, so you can make it shorter or longer. And the gathers at the top and the elasticated casing at the bottom create a nice flounce effect and allow you to elegantly roll up the sleeves. So the sleeves are lovely. So you can see the gathers here, and you can see the elastic at the bottom of the sleeves. They are quite big sleeves, which is my favorite part of this dress. I also really like the V-neck. I think it's gorgeous. And I love this fabric. So if I tell you a bit about my very first version, so this is my second version. My first version I did in the double gauze from Rainbow Fabrics. This is also from Rainbow Fabrics, this fabric that I'm wearing. So I'll show you pictures of my first version. I really loved it. It's so comfortable. It looked beautiful in that double gauze. I love this make so much that it's my profile picture. I just love it. The only thing is, it was a little bit transparent. So yeah, I remember trying to go out wearing this dress, and my mum was like, this is too transparent. And I was really gutted. So I will definitely be making I forgot the name now in English, because I've been talking about this in French quite a lot. So I think you call it a slip dress when you put it under a garment. I think it's called a slip dress when you have like a dress that you put under a garment. So I'll basically make a skirt that I can put under. Is it a slip dress? Correct me if I'm wrong. I will do like a skirt. I'll make a skirt, or I'll buy a skirt that I can wear under this dress, because unfortunately it's a bit too transparent. The double gauze was quite thin, so I'm not surprised, and I didn't check properly. So this is that. But I love this dress, absolutely love it. So my second version, which is this one, I've made in a cotton fabric. So this is a cotton fabric from Rainbow Fabrics, and I absolutely love this print. I think it's so beautiful, so gorgeous. I'm just so happy in this dress. I absolutely love it. So yeah, it is very easy to make, because I think the fibre moon instructions are pretty good. You might disagree. I know some people don't really like their instructions. I really do. I think they're quite clear. So maybe give it a go to see how you feel about it. As I said, they sometimes have video tutorials on some part of the pattern instructions that might be a bit more tricky. There's none for this, but I really felt like the illustrations and the instructions were pretty good. So you just have interfacing on the facing. So there's a facing that obviously you can't see. And obviously you've got your V-neck, and then you gather the skirt, and then you gather the skirt, gather also the sleeves, as I said, and you've got this elastic at the bottom. So really, oh yeah, and you've got your ties, obviously. Oh, I better not do that, sorry. So it really is, I think, an easy pattern if you are a confident beginner. So when I say confident, you might have sewn a few garments, you know, and you want to try something a little bit more tricky. I think this is a great statement piece in your wardrobe if you are just starting off sewing, because I do think that it is definitely manageable if you've sewn a few garments before. And I love this dress so much that there will be other versions, that is for sure. And I love the fact that the pattern is already cut out. That's something I'm trying to do a lot more. I'm trying to use patterns I've already cut out, because it saves me a couple of hours easily, if not more. When there's like 20 pieces to cut out. I will never forget the floor dress by Bella Loves Pattern. I think it took me 2.5 hours to cut out just to trace. Actually, no, just to trace off my pattern pieces. Insane. And I'm not the quickest. I'm not a good reference point, to be honest. Anyway, so I'm going to show you pictures now of me wearing this dress. I absolutely love it, as I said a million times now. I definitely recommend you give it a go if you like it as well. I think it is such a lovely pattern. Yeah, I just think it's great. So yeah, this is the Blossom Dress by Fibre Mood. The next make I want to talk about is another Fibre Mood pattern, which I have also already sewn before. So I'm going to show you pictures of the actual dress from the website. So the Jill dress is a lovely pattern as well. I think it is also marked as 2 out of 5. Yes, it is also a 2 out of 5 pattern from Fibre Mood scoring little system. I do think that this is more complex than the Blossom dress I'm wearing, because of the facing for the bodice. There is a video tutorial on the website, on the Fibre Mood website. I think you do have to create an account. That's all free. So you just create an account. And then once you have an account on the website, you can have access to the instructions for free. Obviously, you would need to purchase the pattern, but you can have access to the instructions for free, and also sometimes some video tutorials. So the issue I've had with the facing is that I could not understand the instructions on this occasion. I think it's the first time this has happened with a Fibre Mood pattern. I can't tell you on top of my head how many Fibre Mood pattern I've sewn, but I would say easily 3 or 4 so far. And this is the first time that some of the instructions didn't make any sense to me. I couldn't understand the facing, just a small part of the facing instructions. So I really recommend you go and have a look at the video tutorial if you are in the same situation. So the Jill dress is a lovely dress. It has an elegant round neckline and I can't say that word, strategically placed bra-friendly cutout at the back, which I do agree with, and that's always a win. I cannot see myself wearing a dress without a bra. That could never happen. I would feel so uncomfortable, and I'm very jealous of everyone who's very comfortable doing that, because that must be bloody comfortable. Um, the back fastens at the top with a ruler loop and button, and it's up to you to decide how much waist definition you want. They have both elastic and ties options. So when it comes to selecting a fabric for this dress, they recommend poplin, chambray, linen, viscose, crepe, double gauze, broderie anglaise, jacquard, just to name a few. So there's quite a lot as well here, exactly like this one. You have basically a lot of options, so I think that's great. So I'm going to show you pictures of my first version of this dress, which I made in a viscose crepe. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was a viscose crepe from How It Felt. And I love it. I think it's such a gorgeous dress. I really, really enjoyed making it. I think it was one of those first makes when I felt like, oh my God, I can actually sew something like this. You know, I really remember the feeling with this dress. I just absolutely love this dress. I don't think I've had a chance to wear it outside. I'm trying to think. It's quite long, and I was keeping it for like weddings or cocktails or something a bit fancy. So I've not really worn it outside just to go shopping, because it does feel like a dress for like big occasions. I mean, maybe if I chose a different fabric, I would feel different about it. But to me, it's like the sort of dress I can wear at a wedding. Yeah, something a bit more formal, I guess. And I absolutely love it. I love the cutout at the back, like they've said. It's definitely bra friendly. I am wearing a bra on these pictures, and I absolutely love it. So the my new version for this pattern, which I am so glad I've managed to finish because I would love to take it on my holiday, is basically made out of this crepe fabric. I got this fabric from Dream Fabrics. They are an online fabric shop, but they also do lives on Facebook to sell their fabrics, which is great because you can see how it drapes on the dress form. So definitely recommend. Well, do I actually recommend them? I will talk about them a bit more in my next video, actually. So I'm going to leave this for the next video. So this is the dress, and this is the beautiful fabric, which I absolutely fell in love with when I saw it. It's such a gorgeous fabric. So I had a little bit of a nightmare with this dress, actually. I'm so pleased it's finished, but I had a little bit of a nightmare. Yeah, I think the colours are actually quite right on the screen, which is great. So the facing, I actually had an issue because I don't know why. I normally take notes. Every time I sew a project, I take a few notes to remind myself if I ever decide to do another version, of like the issues I encountered or the errors I made. I just write a few notes. And on this occasion, something must have happened with part of the facing. One of the facing pieces was basically the wrong size. I'd cut out a size up, thank God, because obviously if it had been the other way around, I wouldn't have enough fabric. But I think I cut out an XL instead of an L. So this was a size L. Be careful with fibre mood sizing because it tends to be quite oversized. This particular one, actually, my first version was a bit big at the armholes. And I'll tell you in a minute what I did with this one. But so I had an issue with one of the back facing, one of the facing, for the back bodice facing. And I basically had to cut out my actual pattern piece and put it on the cut out fabric and see the difference. And I think there was this much extra. I had already started sewing the facing, so luckily for me, I was able to unpick what I did, cut out my piece of fabric, and then sew it back on. So it wasn't too bad. It could have been way, way worse. But yeah, basically you can see a little bit of the facing at the back. So it was this piece here, this fabric, this pattern piece here. So it's entirely, actually, I can show you from the inside, just to show you that there's quite a lot of work when it comes to attaching the facing to this dress. So it's the bodice facing, and without the instruction, the video tutorial, I would struggle 100%. And I think a confident beginner would struggle even more if you can't understand the instructions. I don't think it's very straightforward, which is why I'm a bit surprised. It's only a 2 out of 5. So this is the facing. So that's the piece I was telling you about. So obviously it goes all the way down, and then you got the front here, and that's the bra friendly cutout right here. This bit here as well is not the easiest to do. Obviously it was my second time, so it was a little bit easier. But yeah, no, not the easiest construction for the bodice, but it looks very well finished. So I do like that about this pattern. I like the way they ask you to finish the bodice. It's actually quite nice from the inside. Yeah, so this is for the facing bit. Then I had an issue with my first version where I felt like the bodice under the armholes was a little bit too big for me. So this part here, so just under the armhole. So what I did, I literally just removed 2 centimeter off my bodice. So this is my side seam. So my back and my bodice, I could actually easily take off 4 or 5 centimeters. So what I did is I removed 2 centimeter off the pattern piece on the back and the front. I did the same for the back and the front facing pieces. So that's my facing here, and it worked perfectly fine. It fits me perfectly now. So I'm very pleased I took the time to adjust my actual pattern pieces, because now I can reuse that. I was trying to see if I could be lazy and just either sew a bigger seam allowance or cut out my actual fabric, but it just made a lot more sense to cut out the actual pattern. So yeah, that was quite easy to do. And I mean, I didn't remove 2 centimeter all the way down. I took 2 centimeter off the pattern piece and then sort of graded down the hip, not the hip, the waist. Sorry, the waist. Yeah, so the bottom of the bodice, and it worked really well. So very happy with that. I think that was all I wanted to say. And then you insert an elastic. So it's not a standard elastic, it's an elastic cord that suggests, because as you can see, the channel is quite narrow that you have to sew to insert then your elastic cord. And that was not fun because my safety pin was a little bit big, and it was a nightmare to get this through the channel. So I need to make sure I can find some smaller safety pin for that sort of things. And I think I had one, but I must have lost it. And then you've got your cutout at the back, and this also open at the top of the back, and then you've got my little button here with your ruler loop, which I find really cute on this dress. And then the bit that is always a nightmare for me is the where those two are joined together. So I didn't do too bad. I think those two could be sewed together, but it's not the end of the world because you can't see actually once I'm wearing the dress. But the back is very beautiful. I love the cutout. I think it looks very pretty. I think it's actually what basically makes this dress so interesting to me, because the top is a lot simpler, as you can see. But I've used this very busy fabric, and I think it looks absolutely gorgeous. So we're going to have a couple of nights during a holiday when we have to sort of dress up a little bit, and I'm definitely looking forward to wear this. So yeah, no, very happy with this make. I'm going to show you some pictures of me wearing it now. I think I've told you everything I wanted to tell you about it, and I'm definitely looking forward to wear this at weddings. 100% a wedding guest dress, I think. So yeah, hopefully I'll get to wear it quite a bit because I absolutely love it. I definitely think that when you have a very busy fabric, it's always best to go for a pattern that doesn't have too many details. I just feel like the details get lost in the fabric if it's too busy. So that's what I tend to do. If I'm going for a very detailed, complex pattern, I'll go for a fabric that is not as busy as this one. But if it's a fabric that is that busy, I'll go for a pattern like this dress, which with simple geometrical shapes or very like easy pattern to do without too many details. Yeah, like the blossom dress, for example, with this print. So that's how I normally tend to associate my patterns with my fabrics. Associate. I think that is is that an English word? I think it is. It's funny how every single video you hear me wondering about my English, and I've only been living in London for 11 years, but never mind. Right, my next project and fabric is a different pattern company this time. So it is the Isla Dress, sorry, by Styler Patterns from Little Lizard King. So they are a lovely pattern company with quite a few options for all their patterns. Tends to be there tend to be a lot of mix and match with all the options they give you for each pattern, which is lovely. So I'm going to show you pictures of the dress, as always, from the website, so you can see the different options you have, actually, because this one is very versatile. You have quite a few options. So I personally did the maxi dress with the optional ruffles. So I did the bodice ruffle and the hem ruffle, and I decided to go for the fixed straps option, but you also have a tie straps option, and you can also sew a strapless dress. So very versatile, as I said. Hopefully you're seeing pictures now. So the fabric that I use is a fabric from my local market. Actually, not the local market, from one of the fabric shops, but on that same street. There's a couple of fabric shops. And to be honest, I don't think I could have chosen a worse fabric to make this dress. I love it. It looks lovely and I can't wait to wear it. But it was the thinnest viscose ever. Very slippery. I would not recommend you go for this type of fabric if you are a beginner. I do think the pattern is very much beginner friendly. It's very easy to cut out. The instructions are good for this pattern. Sorry, and I'm just going to double check that I've not forgotten to tell you. Yeah, so the fabric they recommend is obviously woven fabric, and they recommend basically. Sorry, I've lost my page. They recommend rayon, voile, apparel fabrics, lawn, etc. So basically any woven fabric. I think it's a light woven fabric is probably the best option for this. It really needs good drape. So dress and maxi with optional ruffle hem, optional. Yeah, I think I've said everything. Oh yeah, the only thing is elastic waist. So obviously you can add an elastic waist, or you might choose not to. So as I said, it was a very difficult fabric to work with. So I had a lot of issues with that. But the pattern itself is beginner friendly. I do recommend it if you're a beginner. And this is a fabric I chose. There might be a few threads here and then hanging out because I basically finished it this morning in a rush. So you've got your bodice ruffle, you've got your elastic waist, and I also probably need to remove some of the gathering threads. A mess, basically. This dress is a mess, but I really wanted to show it to you. So you see it's got quite a big skirt, and this is your ruffle at the bottom. And I think it looks very pretty. I absolutely love this dress. I definitely will be wearing this on a hot day in the UK, and we've had a few, but I think it's not supposed to be that nice going forward, but hopefully I'm wrong. So this is the Styler dress, and I'm going to show you pictures of me wearing this dress. I absolutely love it. I think it is such a gorgeous make. And yeah, I will be making another version 100%. It's quite long because of the ruffles, and it's quite big squares you have to sew, but it's not difficult. So like, it's a nice project to do in between maybe something more complex. Yeah, like a really nice simple and quick, not that quick because of all the gathers and the big ruffles, but very easy to do. So definitely recommend it. So these were my 3 projects. I've really enjoyed sewing these summer dresses. I cannot wait to wear them. I am very pleased because they were part of my list in my sewing plans for summer video. I'll put a link on the screen if you have not seen that video, and I'm very pleased because I can now tick this off my list. So that's great. I love it when I do things like that. And these fabrics were all part of my stash, so I've not bought any of these fabrics since that video. So very pleased about this. They had actually been in my stash for at least a month. So So pleased. So I'm now going to show you the fabrics I bought at my local market not so long ago. I think it was maybe a month ago. So completely contradicting what I just said about the fact that I was so pleased about sewing from my stash, you know. I mean, obviously there's more room now. That's why we say to ourselves all the time, don't we? So I went to my local market a few weeks ago and I could not help myself and had to buy these fabrics because I just thought that they looked gorgeous. So the first one I'm going to show you is this lovely, lovely viscose. I believe it is a viscose. I actually was wondering if it was cotton loam, but now that I'm touching it a bit more, I think it is a viscose fabric. With the most gorgeous green and blue and light green. Looks a bit yellow, I think, on the screen, but no, actually, it's not too bad. It's such a gorgeous fabric. He only had 2 meters of these. Of this fabric, but I'm definitely thinking a top. It is quite drapey. It's definitely not cotton-like fabric, but I was thinking that something like the patina blouse might be really nice in it. But let me know if you think that the fabric wouldn't work because it's too drapey. Definitely has like a viscose drape to it, like the type of yeah, like how a viscose would drape. And I love it. I think it's really, really pretty. And I'm going to make a top out of it because I only have 2 meters. And I don't know why I'm thinking about the patina blouse, but if you have any other ideas, let me know. I mean, the collar might not be very visible because it's so busy. So because the fabric is so busy. So I'll just have to think about what else I could make with it, but I really like it. The next fabric I want to show you is another viscose fabric. This is definitely, oh, actually, no. This has a crepe feel to it. So viscose crepe or crepe viscose. I never know in which way I'm supposed to say this. But it is absolutely lovely. If I show you, I think I have more than 5 meter or 5 meter plus. It's got this lovely little flowers in this lovely like pink, very light pink, and sort of like fuchsia in the middle. Not really fuchsia, actually. Not fuchsia. No, that's not the word. I don't know how to describe this color in the middle, but it's gorgeous. Like coral maybe. Yeah, on a black background. It's lovely. I'm definitely going to make a dress out of this. It's maybe a wrap dress. Something with a ruffle maybe at the bottom. I'm not too sure, but I know that I want to make a dress out of it, probably with long sleeves as well. I think that would be lovely with long sleeves. If you have ideas, guys, please let me know in the comments. Yes, that'd be very nice. And then this is my favorite out of all the fabrics I'm showing you. Look at this absolute gorgeous animal print in this gorgeous green. Oh my goodness. I am in love with this fabric. I love it so much that I know it's going to be one of those fabrics that I'm not going to sew because it's too pretty and I don't know what to do. It's between a crepe and a viscose again, which is, I think, my favorite type of fabric. I think it's gorgeous. It's very drapey. I'm definitely thinking a dress with tie straps or fixed straps, but yeah, something with straps. And then probably a ruffle at the bottom. Actually, maybe the Isla dress would be really nice in this. I just had this thought just now, and I think that actually it would look lovely in the Isla dress. I mean, I probably would need to tweak it a little bit because I think for me the straps on the Isla dress are a bit too close to each other, so I might move them a tiny bit upwards. But yeah, I think that would look really nice in this pattern, actually. There you go. Maybe I have found a pattern for it. Maybe. It's so gorgeous that it will take me a while to decide what is it I am going to make out of it because I love it. I think it's gorgeous. Absolutely love it. I don't know if I've got the name of the shop because sometimes they put Dead Stock Zara or Dead Stock something. But I don't think that one has anything. No. Yeah, it's gorgeous. I think I've got 5 meter, 4 meters at least, I think. And then my last fabric I want to show you is this lovely jersey fabric. So I think the print is gorgeous. Quite stretchy. The only thing about this fabric is that it's very thin. Yeah, it is very, very thin, not transparent actually. No, that's good. um, I'm back. I'm back with my. Oh, actually, thank you so much for everyone in my previous videos who explained to me the difference between transparency and I think it was translucent. The other word that you were using, but it made perfect sense when you explained why I was seeing through all the fabrics I was showing you, simply because I was basically putting them right in front of a window that was basically inundated with sun. So yeah, I'm just being like a silly me as usual. So thank you so much for everyone who's explained that to me. So I think this is gorgeous, and I think that I will probably make either a Freya top from Tilly and the Button. I think that would look really cute in it. It is quite thin though, but I think that would work. No, it'll be thick enough for that. Or the other thing I had in mind. Oh, actually, look, it's a little bit transparent. The other option I have is a pattern. I cannot remember the name of the pattern company, but I put everything on the screen. And I think it is called the Jally top, Jally jumper, or Jally top, and or Emily. I'm terrible. All will be on the screen, guys. Don't listen to me. So these were all the fabrics I wanted to talk about with you today. I hope that you enjoyed the video. I hope it wasn't too long for once. Hopefully I've done less than what I normally do, because my videos tend to be 35, 45 minutes, and I think this is way too long for you to listen to someone rambling about their sewing. But yeah, I hope that you enjoyed all my little makes, and that you had some time to sew, and that you also are going on holiday this summer. And if you're not going on holiday, I hope that you still get some time off. I'm very much looking forward to my holiday. I cannot wait to have a whole week off, and yeah, I will definitely hopefully be wearing my lovely deal dress, and hopefully I can bring a couple more of my handmade garments with me. That'll be the second time I'm going on holiday with garments I've sewn, so I'm very pleased with the fact that my wardrobe is getting bigger, my handmade wardrobe anyway. So yeah, I hope that you all have a really good weekend, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.